Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a bit of time travel. We're jumping ahead to 2026 to explore the big AI shifts, launches and trends that will shape the next few years. Not just incremental updates, but real structural change. From agentic AI becoming mainstream, to multimodal mastery, domain-specific models, AI-native development platforms, infrastructure changes, and even governance catching up. If you want to understand where AI is headed next, this is the video for you. Let's get started. First up, Agentic AI. If 2024 and 2025 were years of hype and prototypes, 2026 is going to be the year of deployment at scale. According to recent thought pieces on 2026, many large enterprises will no longer test agents, they'll deploy them as part of their core operations. We're talking about AI agents handling end-to-end business tasks, not just acting as chat assistants, but actually running workflows across systems, summarizing emails, managing scheduling, handling customer support workflows, generating reports, assisting with compliance, maybe even code review or doc assembly. These agents become the digital workforce, quietly working behind the scenes to get things done. Because these agents will have a real ROI focus, 2026 will mark a shift from experimentation to value-first deployments. Companies will start expecting measurable improvements, time saved, cost reduced, output scaled rather than just cool demo value. In short, 2026 is the year AI agents stop being optional extras, they start acting like internal employees, supporting or even replacing entire digital teams. Another major shift you'll see is in how AI is powered under the hood. In 2026, inference, the process of running AI models rather than training them, is predicted to dominate AI compute. That matters because inference demands are different from training. Lots of models running many requests, needing fast and efficient processing, often 24/7. As a result, demand for specialized inference hardware, custom chips, ASICs, energy-efficient silicon, will surge. GPUs won't disappear, but we'll see more competition from custom silicon built for inference workloads. This hardware shift will reshape the economics of AI. Companies will care less about massive training runs and more about efficient, scalable inference. That means companies with the right infrastructure, data centers, optimized hardware, good network backbone, will gain a strong advantage. We're heading into an era where having powerful AI is not enough. You need to run it efficiently at scale. 2026 won't just be about smarter text generation. AI is going truly multimodal. That means models that don't just read or write text, but understand images, video, audio, spatial data, maybe even sensor or IoT data. Businesses, creatives, developers, all of them will get tools that can combine these inputs and output richer, more context-aware responses. At the same time, generic large language models will no longer always be the best fit. Instead, we'll see a rise in domain-specific language models, those fine-tuned or trained for industries like healthcare, finance, legal, manufacturing, etc. These DSLMs will deliver higher accuracy, better compliance, and lower operating cost compared to generic models. In fact, by some predictions, by 2028 over half of enterprise Gen AI deployments will run on these specialized models. What this means for 2026, using AI will feel less like bouncing generic prompts off a giant model, and more like having a trusted digital colleague who understands your domain. Whether you're drafting a legal contract, analyzing financial data, diagnosing medical imagery, or doing specialized engineering work. Another big wave in 2026, the rise of AI-native development platforms and agent-first tools. Instead of AI as an add-on, developers will build software with AI baked into the development environment itself. Think IDEs and cloud-based developer platforms, where an AI agent helps you write code, assemble features, test, debug, deploy, all under the hood. These platforms will let small teams, or even solo developers, do what used to require large engineering teams. Forward-deployed engineers powered by AI plus human creativity will become the norm. And because agents are better at multi-step reasoning and handling complexity than static tools, you'll start seeing more ambitious applications built quickly, complex data pipelines, web and mobile apps, tools that combine data, UI, logic, AI, all assembled by a hybrid human-AI team. For businesses and startups, this means faster product cycles, lower dev costs, and more experimentation. For developers, it means your job becomes less about rote coding and more about guiding, designing, reviewing, working with AI collaborators rather than just coding for hours. 2026 will also see AI adoption deeply institutionalized. Some recent industry forecasts suggest AI spending globally could surpass the $1 trillion mark as enterprises shift from pilots to full production deployments. Companies aren't just playing around with AI, they're building strategies around it. You'll see AI projects embedded into business operations, for customer service, operations, finance, data analytics, product development, compliance, and more. The shift is from should we use AI to how do we get real value from AI. At the same time, the workforce will shift. We'll see the rise of the AI-augmented professional, people who are not defined by coding or rote tasks, but by using AI to amplify their skills, writing, analysis, creative thinking, decision-making. AI becomes a collaborator, a tool, a partner. That also means organizations will need to invest in governance, data strategy, compliance, and training to get AI to deliver sustainable value without unintended consequences. Of course, none of this is guaranteed. 2026 will also bring some serious challenges: infrastructure and bandwidth pressure. As agentic AI usage explodes, so will demands on compute, storage, and networking. Recent research warns that by 2030 to 2033, edge and interconnection networks could hit capacity limits if we don't rethink infrastructure design. Data scarcity for training. As more content becomes AI-generated, the pool of original human-generated public data shrinks. That may make training future models harder or risk models degrading in quality. Some researchers expect a move toward synthetic data generation or using simulation or IoT or private data as alternative sources. Risk of automation without understanding. As AI handles more tasks, skills like critical thinking, domain expertise, and human judgment may atrophy. Some predictions warn that by 2026, many organizations may impose AI-free assessments to ensure critical thinking remains intact. Ethics, regulation, compliance. As AI usage spreads across industries, healthcare, finance, legal, public sector, issues around data privacy, transparency, fairness, and governance will come to the fore. Enterprises and regulators will have to catch up quickly if they want to avoid misuse and ensure value. So while 2026 could be the year that AI changes everything, it could also be a year where we discover just how hard scaling this technology responsibly really is. If you want to stay ahead or stay relevant, get familiar with agentic AI tools and think about how they could raise productivity in your field. This is no longer experimental. Start exploring domain-specific AI models rather than generic LLMs. The ROI and compliance benefits are going to show soon. If you're in software or product building, watch out for AI-native development platforms. They may change who gets to build and how fast. If you lead a team or company, think about AI governance, infrastructure investment, and data strategy. These will separate winners from laggards as this wave hits. Keep your critical thinking, domain knowledge, and human judgment skills sharp. Those will still matter. AI might automate tasks, but it can't replace expertise. 2026 isn't the far-off sci-fi future, it's next year. The foundations of this era are being laid right now, in labs, in enterprises, in cloud infrastructure, and in people's workflows. Agentic AI, inference-optimized infrastructure, multimodal models, domain-specific LLMs, AI-native developer tools. This is all real, and fast approaching. We're not just talking about incremental improvements anymore, we're talking about a structural shift, where AI becomes a standard part of enterprise DNA, where developers work with AI collaborators, where workflows, products, and even business strategy are reimagined around what AI makes possible. 2026 could be the year that separates the AI dreamers from the AI doers. If you like this breakdown and want more deep dives into where AI is headed, how to prepare, what to watch, real-world implications, do share and hit the subscribe button. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments. Thanks for watching, wish you a very happy new year 2026, this is AI Tides, and I'll see you in the next one.